On 27th of September 1907, in Banga village of Lyalpur district, a boy was born to Vidyavati and Kishan Singh Sandhu. He was the second child of total 7 kids. His name was Bhagat Singh. His schooling had started in Banga village itself. However, after a few years, he was admitted to Dayanand Anglo-Vedic School. After schooling, he went to National College in Lahore from 1923, which was established by Lala Lajpat Rai. Bhagat Singh had a very charismatic personality and was high in energy and patriotism, which can be traced back to his father Kishan Singh Sandhu and his uncle Ajit Singh, who were freedom fighters themselves. They participated in various movements and agitations like the Ghadar movement against the British rule. Thus, strong patriotic feelings for India were inherited by Bhagat Singh. This was reflected for the first time when he was just 3 years old, when he tried to plant guns in the field so that people of his village can have more weapons to fight against tyrants and oppressors. In October 1926, bombings shook Lahore. Earlier that year, Bhagat Singh had formed a Naujawan Bharat Sabha to get rid of the British rule, which was a socialist party. His influence among the youth was quite high. Hence, in 1927, on the grounds of suspicion, he was captured. He underwent torture for 5 weeks, but the British gained nothing useful. So, he was released. In 1928, Lala Lajpat Rai led a protest against the Simon Commission. This protest was met with a lathi charge, where lathi means baton. Due to lathi charge, many, including Lala Lajpat Rai, were badly injured and were rushed to hospital. Succumbing to these injuries and a heart attack, a prominent figure in Indian freedom movement, Lala Lajpat Rai, lost his life shortly after. This incident ignited the souls of Indian revolutionaries and freedom fighters on fire, including that of Bhagat Singh, which proved to be a tipping point in his actions against tyrant rulers thereafter. Without wasting much time, Bhagat Singh, along with Sukhdev, Rajguru and Chandrasekhar Azad from Hindustan Republican Army, rigged up a plan to assassinate Police Superintendent James Scott, who had ordered the lathi charge on the protesters to avenge the death of Lala Lajpat Rai and restore the respect for Bharat. Following this, they strategically stood around the police headquarters in Lahore. However, instead of James Scott, his assistant, John Saunders, came out. Mistakenly identifying him to be James Scott, Bhagat Singh and his accomplices opened fire and killed Saunders. Also, a head constable was killed who was trying to capture Bhagat Singh and others. The team of assassins escaped. They reached a safe house as planned, and from there, with help of Durga Babi, left Lahore. After this escape, Bhagat Singh used his charms and dramatization skills to influence many people and deliver very crucial news like death of Ram Prasad Bismil due to Kakori conspiracy. By the time, Viceroy had enacted a couple of bills, Public Safety Bill and Trade Dispute Act, which were rejected earlier in the Assembly. Singh, being influenced by the act of French anarchist Auguste Vaillant, who had bombed the Chamber of Deputies in Paris in 1929, planned to take similar actions. Batukeshwar Dutt joined hands with him and they reached Central Legislative Assembly chamber on 8th April 1929. From the public gallery, they threw a couple of low-intensity bombs. Their intentions were very clear. Bombs were not designed to kill, but to gain attention and send a strong message while surrendering themselves so as to get in court where they can convey their message. Unfortunately, a couple of assembly members were injured. Singh and Dutt were arrested while chanting Inqilab Zindabad, meaning long live the revolution. At the same time, non-violence movement was gaining ground under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi. The actions of Bhagat Singh and Batukeshwar Dutt hence were ridiculed by the general public and even local press. However, Singh and Dutt were proud of it. After a while, they responded to this criticism with the following: We hold human life sacred beyond words. We are neither perpetrators of dastardly outrages, nor are we lunatics, as the Tribune of Lahore and some others have it believed. Force, when aggressively applied, is violence and is therefore morally unjustifiable. But when it is used in the furtherance of a legitimate cause, it has its own moral justification. Shortly after, in June 1929, the trials began. While Dutt was represented by an advocate, Bhagat Singh chose to defend himself. After highly disputed testimonies, Bhagat Singh and Batukeshwar Dutt were sentenced to life imprisonment. In the same year, HSRA, Hindustan Socialist Republican Army, had developed a couple of bomb-making units, one in Lahore and the other in Saharanpur. The one in Lahore was noticed by the Britishers, who then raided it and arrested many of HSRA members, including Sukhdev and Kishorilal. Some of them snitched on HSRA and gave information about Saunders' killing. This helped police to connect the dots. With this, police opened a case against Bhagat Singh and associates with substantial evidence regarding the murder of Saunders and Charan Singh, the head constable. His life sentence was placed on hold and he was transferred to the central jail Miawali. In that prison, prisoners were discriminated against based on their ethnicity. Indian prisoners were treated badly and were given food which wasn't even prepared properly or sufficiently for that matter. Hence, Bhagat Singh raised his voice against the authorities and went on a hunger strike. This incident was taken note of by the press, like the Tribune, and the image of Bhagat Singh and his associates started to change for the better. Authorities tried to break it by hook or crook, but they couldn't. The strike was going strong, but trials were slow, and with each passing day, Bhagat Singh and his colleagues were gaining more popularity. Viceroy Lord Irwin was on vacation to Shimla during that time. But because of this challenging situation, he had to cut it short, and so he did. As soon as he returned, he managed to start the hearings for Saunders' killings immediately. Singh was still on strike, and he had gotten so weak that he had to be carried to the court. After long trials, plenty of amendments and testimonies, Shivram Rajguru, Sukhdev Thapar and Bhagat Singh were given death sentence for 24th of March 1931. However, due to the uproar and this prisoner's growing popularity, It was preponed and they were hanged on 23rd of March 1931 at 7:30 in the evening. And with this, we come to an end to the story of Bhagat Singh. If you like this story, if you like my narration, please leave a little like, subscribe to the channel for more such stories of Indian freedom fighters, and stay tuned. Jai Hind.